Hi guys, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since the last time I posted a video here on YouTube. And by the yesterday on Facebook, I found a text from a friend of mine asking me why I haven't posted a video for a while. And I'm here to share with you what has been happening in my life for the past 3 to 4 months. Yes. So in March this year, I registered for a course. It is something that has been in my mind for a while. And I was planning for it. Actually, the major plans were on financial matters. And I managed. Yes. So I registered for the course. The course started in late March. And we did our exams 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So what really happened is that I majorly planned for this financially, and I knew that when I start my studies, it will take my time, yes, but I didn't know to what extent that will happen. I knew that I had to reorganize myself, and I think I underestimated the studies because I just realized this from the first week. We did our introduction. Now from the course outline, I realized that things were more intense because that is the first week is when I heard of the first project that we had to go do in a facility, write a report, and present it before the semester ends. Now that is not something I expected in the first semester. I didn't know. I didn't really expect that. And it was not just a small project, it was something deep. Yeah. As we went through the course, there were assignments, like each and every lecturer would leave assignment almost every day, or every time they after lectures. And there were also presentations that we had to prepare for and present at the end of the classes. Yeah. So the time was packed, so packed that it was hard to combine work, classes, assignments, projects, and house chores. Timetable was out. We had to finish up the projects. Actually, we had 2 projects, different ones from different facilities. And we also had these assignments, like each and every course, like one of them had about five different assignments that you had to go read deep. And if you could access the school library easily, then you're supposed to go to the library and read books. You're supposed to get some documents online and read. Yeah. So they took a lot of time. It was not assignment that you could just pick out and say that within 2-3 days I'll be done. No, it was much more indulging. Yes. So that's what really happened. But thank God we finished all the assignment. But I can't deny that I was really pressured, and it got to a point that I felt some kind of burnout, and something in me was telling me that I should drop the course, then get back to it later. But the me I am could not allow that, so I had to do what I could and finish up. Why am I whining here about all this stuff? Okay, I want you to get the point. The mistake I did here was that I didn't plan well for this. I didn't do some background checks on this. So when these things came and I was already into the program and I was already working on it, it was so hard. It was so hard to readjust. But that is what happened. And the kind of pressure I had, I haven't had such pressure over a long period of time. It was so much. Yeah, it was so much. So what I really need you to get out of this is that if you are an independent person, when you become a full adult, an independent person with maybe your job and you have your house and you have organized yourself, job usually fits in, especially when you've done it for a long time. It naturally fits in. That these days you're supposed to be at work, these days you're supposed to be resting, you're supposed to go to work at this time, you're supposed to get back home at this time. So you kind of physically, psychologically readjust to that, and it becomes part of you. But when you want to bring something new into your space, into your program, you have to think, especially if it is something that is not going to take maybe a day, a week, or a month. If it is something that is there to stay for a long time, you have to make major plans. Yeah. And you have to reorganize yourself And you have to, actually, the most important thing is to do some background checks. When you hear people talking, you think things are easy, or when you see people have done something, you might think that those things are just easy. Yeah, but if you don't know exactly what those people go through or what adjustments they make, then it is going to affect you if you get into it. So the best thing is to find the exact information that you need to know in order to program yourself well. Yeah, because always you hear people after maybe they have moved in together, especially those who are in a relationship, you find that the first few maybe months or weeks, depending on the people, is usually tough. Yeah, because when people are moving in together, there's that some kind of excitement. People are very excited, and they forget to do some planning on reorganization. They don't reorganize themselves. So when they get used to that excitement, that is when things open up, and they realize that their space is kind of shrinking. There's something that is not going on the way they expected, and this is the time you start blaming one another. It is not because the other person is wrong. No, it is because you didn't actually find out exactly what this would entail. When a couple is expecting a baby, there's some kind of excitement. The baby is coming, bundle of love. Yeah, that usually happens. But when the baby comes, the excitement is there, but the baby comes with a lot of pressure, because you have to, this space that you had for the two of you is now going to be occupied by another third person. Yeah, and that is why you find that first-time mothers are usually stressed at the early stages of motherhood, because they don't know. They get into it without knowing exactly what it entails. It brings a lot of pressure when things are not working the way you want them to be. Yeah, so those are things that we need to plan for. We need to reorganize ourselves for. Yeah, have this in mind. In one way or another, you'll get to that point. But if you've already learned from your mistakes, or if you know this already, then that is okay. But if you haven't gotten there, please get a point from this video and let it help you, even in your business. When you're starting a business, and it works like all over. So these are things that we need to know, so that we adjust well to those situations. Yes, so thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll see you next time. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I know
let the words of my mouth